What is 1x minus 3x? Plus 6 is equal to 2 times x minus 3. Now, you can use distributive law. Now, you could have done distributive law first, and then combine. That's fine if you want to do that. I don't care. I don't have any objection if you did that. What's the most common mistake made by distributive law? Anybody want to take a guess?
To forget to multiply both, all of it.
If you come into my office and I'm retired from teaching, let's say you come to my house and you say, Hubert, I got a grandson, he just don't understand this. Will you show him how to do this problem? I'm sitting in my house, 60-something years old. Am I going to use those arrows? Yes. I still use them today. As a student. If I was a student, I would still use them. Because on a time test, what do we forget? We forget the little things. Even, I'm talking to the perfect people. You know, those people in here that walk on water.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are, okay? I'm talking to you too. Even you make mistakes. Negative 4x plus what? 12 is equal to 2x minus 6. Thought I heard 7. Where's my smallest bucket?
On the left.
Right here. There's your smallest bucket. So I'm going to bring that negative 4x over. And I'm sorry, I think people like to add positive numbers anyway. No, I like to add negatives, Hubert. Well, you're stupid. 12 is equal to 6x minus what?
6.
And we can't get to that 6x because what's in the way? That negative 6. How do we get rid of a negative 6? Add on both sides. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the river because I like to use the river. The equal sign, we'll say it's a river. Now, in old times, Old Kingdom, Egypt, and a lot of the Old Testament, what did they believe the river was? The crossing from our life to the afterlife. Okay? So, when you're here now, we're alive. Afterlife, we're what? Dead. Yeah, dead. Hate to offend anybody, but that's dead. Dead is dead. So, it's opposite, right? So, if I take this 6, this negative 6, and I take it across the river, what does it become? Positive 6.
A dead 6.
No, or alive. Depending on whichever one you are when you start. I was dead here, now I'm what? Alive. I'm the opposite. Now, in the future, now that I've showed you that, I'm going to say taking it across the river because I get tired of writing positive 6, negative 6, negative 6. So I'm just taking it across the river. And that'll give us 18 is equal to 6x. And what is 18 divided by 6?
3.
And we feel good about ourselves.
I didn't even have to use a calculator.
Huh?
I didn't even have to use
Great. I'm glad to hear that. All right. See, y'all are doing multi-step equations now.
We're doing more.
We're going to do several thousand more. Don't worry.
Okay.
Let's try. Now, do you have to do it a certain way beginning? No. You can combine what's in parentheses first, then distribute. You can distribute. But you can't do anything with this guy until you distribute because that's in a block of concrete. So you can't do anything here until you distribute. But on that side, you can do some stuff in here before you start. So, what is 1x minus 2x? So, I'm going to change this -3, and then I'm going to make this -x. And I'm going to put a 1 there just to make people mad. And what is 3 minus 7? -4 equals 2x minus 2 plus 2x. Okay, so I'm finished with combining like terms inside the parentheses. Now what? Distribute. No sneezing. Please stop. I have to get security right here. Walk you out. What's -3 times -1x?
3x.
Good job. What's -3 times -4?
12.
2 times x,
2x.
and 2 times -2.
-4.
And what can we do with these two guys?
1.
Combine them. And notice it comes after what? After distribute. In the normal algebra problem, these are not normal because usually they don't give you things to do inside the parentheses. Normally it looks something like this. The first question looks like this. And usually when you use the distributive law first, the next thing you're going to do is combine like terms. So 3x plus 12 is equal to 4x minus 4. Where's my smallest bucket?
3 on the left.
3x. Across the river, it becomes minus 3x. So 12 is equal to x minus 4. Take the -4 across the river,
16.
and 16 is equal to x. Now you have just done a complex multi-step equation. And it doesn't take that much, does it? Well, then what makes things so hard, Hubert?
You make it look easy.
Well, that's my job, to encourage you and then
Explaining.
beat you up while you're down in the ditch.
Yeah. I'll be there when I get home.
Here's one that gives y'all problems.
Yes.
One thing I have in my kitchen is a small trash can. If it's left up to me and I was a real bachelor, meaning, you know, I wasn't concerned about the way my house looks, I'd have a 55-gallon drum in my kitchen. Because those little 13-gallon things, oh my gosh, it lasts like a day.
I know.
But what do you do when you get the trash can is full of stuff? And I'm one of these people, I do not put food or liquid in my trash can. Okay? I will, like let's say you open a can of beef stew, you wash that can out and you dry it before you put it in that trash can. Because what happens when you put it in there with food and gunk? It's going to stink. All right? Milk jugs. What do you do with milk jugs?
Rinse them
You rinse them out. And then you crush them and throw them in there. Don't throw them in there like this. Because anyway, I'm a little quirky about that. But anyway, the whole point is, when you have something that stinks in your house, do you just, okay, well, it stinks, or do you get it out of the house?
Get it out.
You get it out of the house. You got a fraction, you
Get it out.
get rid of it. Get it out. Multiply through by the common denominator. What's the common denominator of 3 and 15? Well, let's go back and look.
You just told us the answer.
15.
Huh?
You said 3 and 15.
3 and 5.
Which is 15.
Let's do it because we don't know how to find our common denominator.
Okay.
We got to revisit it.
No.
7, 11, sometimes 13. Okay, 3, that'd be a 3 and 5, and then 5, 3, 1, and then there's a 1 right there, so it's 15. So we multiply by, I'm going to put this in blue because I'm going to put a baby step in here, and I'm going to put this baby step in here a good bit. So 15 over 1, 15 over 1, 1/3 times x minus 2 equals 1/5 times x minus 1. Okay, now finish. See why manipulation of fractions is so important for you to be able to do algebra? If you can't, if you're one of these people that are scared of fractions, yeah, you're going to suck at algebra. Give y'all a hint. What is 15 divided by 3? And what is 15 divided by 5?
3.
And now what do you have? Do you have a fraction, or do you just have a regular multi-step algebra problem? Now, if you like whips and chains, go ahead and multiply that 1/3 and 1/5, and you'll have not only 2 fractions, you'll have 4 fractions, and you can have fun with that. And what's 5 times x?
9x.
Minus
10.
10. 3x.
Minus
And where's my little bucket?
3. 3 on the right.
3x. So it comes across the river. And this comes across the river. I'm skipping a couple of steps. And we get 2x is equal to what? 7. And x is equal to what? 7 over 2. You just did a complicated fraction problem. Now we'll probably do 500 of these in the next couple of days. So, because I can make these to where you will want to just skip the problem. Okay? But all you got to do first, settle down and clear the fraction. Clearing the fraction is just like taking the trash out when it stinks. It wouldn't stink if you washed everything out.
So
Okay.
what do you do with your food? Make a compost heap?
What?
So you make a compost heap out
No, I got a side door. I got like 15 doors in my house. But I got a side door, and that's where the chickens and the ducks are. And they got a little pile there they can go through. And chickens will eat just
That's
about
what I was
anything.
gonna. I have chickens, but I've never had it.
Yeah.
Eat anything,
Yeah, we will.
anything, meat and everything.
Oh, they eat watermelon. I mean, I would have pigs. I got pigs on the farm, but I ain't gonna have pigs outside my door. But that anything that don't go to the pigs, I throw it out there, and the next day it's gone. Except for the big rinds, they can't eat, they can't haul the rind off of the. So, all right. So here we go. Let's do a nerd. Let's try to really discourage you. No, that can't work. So now you got 3 fractions, so you should just give up. Let's say you have no idea what the common denominator is. You go back to your unit 1, put a 2 here, a 3 here, and a 5 here, and do your thing. 2, that's a 1, a 3, a 5, 3. And a lot of you are saying, well, Hubert, that's stupid. You don't need to. Well, what if you don't know? Like in the next problem that I give you, you don't know what the common denominator is. Then you need to do this. And the common denominator is 30. 107. So we multiply through by 30 over 1. So that means I distribute here, here, and there. So I'm going to put a baby step in for y'all. 30 over 1, 30 over 1, 30 over 1. 1/2 times x minus 2. 1/5 times x minus 7. 1/3 times x plus 4. And after that, you're going to have a basic algebra problem, and you're going to feel good about yourself. I want to give you all a few minutes because I want to make sure that y'all can finish it by yourself. I hope you're checking with the calculator. What's 30 divided by 2?
15.
What's 30 divided by 5?
6.
And what's 30 divided by 3?
10.
Now, isn't that a whole lot nicer? Kind of like when you empty your trash can and you put your fresh trash bag, it's just real nice. Especially if you get lemon scented. That's the ones I use. Now what? Distribute. 15x minus what? 30, because you don't forget your arrows. Almost forgot my arrows. 6 times x minus equals. Okay, now I'm not going to pick my bucket out yet because I've got combining like terms. What's 15 plus 6? And what's owing $30 and owing $40? That's like my checkbook. Owing $30 and owing $42.
72.
Yeah, usually I don't have a plus and a minus. Usually I have minus and minus and minus. Equals 10x plus 40. Which one's my smallest bucket? 10x. Goes over across the river and becomes negative 10x. So now we've got 11x minus 72 is equal to 40. And that negative 72 goes across the river. And that's 11x is equal to 112. Divide by 11. And your answer is 112 over 11. And I guarantee you there's somebody in here that's done that problem and going, oh my gosh, I just did a complicated fraction algebra problem. Why do I not want a mixed number?
Because you don't use that for measurement.
Unit of measurement. Good job. Question. How are we feeling?
So when you do this on your homework, it's going to be like that? You put in-
It should. I disagree with them when they say, now, they may put in the direction, please write answer as a mixed number.
Then put it
Yeah, then you would put it in. How are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Okay?
Like,
That's when you do what?
I looked at the video.
Look at the video.
Now, you said put it in a mixed number. That means you divide that into the 112 and get the.
If you needed a mixed number or a unit of measure,
Okay.
like cups or feet or... Okay, you ready for another one? Let's do another. Because I've got to pull the rug out from under you sometime. So let's go with 1/2 times x minus 1/3 plus 1/5 is equal to I'm thinking 3/25
Oh, good.
times x minus 10. Now be careful here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Now the first thing you're going to do is spaz out. Okay? So go ahead and get all that out of your system and then let's work on the problem. What is the common denominator of 2, 5, and 25? Do I care about the 3 and the 5? Do I care about these two?
Not yet.
No, why? You ever tried to reach in a concrete block and get a ring out? What are you going to do? You're going to break your finger. So I don't think I'm going to mess with these guys because they're in a concrete block. So all I care about is what? The 2, the 5, and the 25. Because these guys are in tune. You can't mess with those until you what?
You get the big hammer.
Mm-hmm. So all I care about, take my handy dandy highlighter, all I care about is this guy, and this guy. Am I going to have to clear the fractions twice in this problem? Yes. So what is the common, well, we don't know, so we'll go over here and we say 2, 5, and 25. 2, that'd be a 1, a 5, and a 25. 5, 1, 1, 5, and 5, 1, 1, 1. So 25 times 2 is what? 50, Hubert. That's right, class.
Yeah.
50 over 1. And I'm going to go ahead and do the baby step. I'm not going to distribute it. I'm just going to do the baby step and skip the distributing part. And what is that going to give us? Well, it's going to give us 50 over 2 is what?
Plus 10.
50 over 5 is 10. 50 over 25 is what? 2 times 3?
6.
Now, we cannot do anything until we what now? Distribute. There's nothing you can do. So you've got to distribute. Unless you just like broken fingers. So what's 25 times x?
25x.
And what's 25 over 1 times 1/3? 25 thirds, Hubert. Just multiply the 25 times the 1, because this is over what?
1.
Plus 10 is equal to 6x minus 18 what? Now, after you do that, what does your eyes focus on? Which one? It's going to focus on this guy and this guy, because your eyes are going to focus on the most complicated part of the problem. So you can determine whether you're going to quit or not. Right? You're used to, right? When you go on a test, that's the first thing you do.
Yeah.
Which one of these is the hardest problems? I'm not doing them. So,
One thing, please. I'm like, okay. The negative 18 over 5. Can you, I don't know.
okay, I'm trying to work here, Miss Smith. Can you help me out here?
It's gonna end
All right, I ain't got time for you.
6 over 1 times the 3 over 5, right? I know that's what it's gonna do.
I'm sorry, what now?
You're gonna do 6 over 1.
6 times x is 6x, and 6 times 3 is 18 over 5.
Okay.
Yeah, it is like 6 times 1. Or 6 over 1, yes. So what is the common denominator of 3 and 5? 15. So I'm going to take my handy dandy blue marker, and I'm going to multiply everything by 15 over 1, or 15. Now the only reason I say 15 over 1 is so you will multiply your fraction by 15 over 1. That's why I say that. Do you have to multiply 15 over 1 times the other ones? No. You can just say 15. In fact, I'll put a baby step in here for you. 15, 15 over 1, 15, 15, and 15 over 1. And then I'll take my black marker and put my problem in it. 25x minus 25 over 3 plus 10 equals 6x minus 18 over 5. Now, no, you do not need a calculator, because 10 times 25 is what? 250. And then what's 5 quarters? $1.25. Take 250 and $1.25. It's a miracle. I guarantee somebody reached for a calculator if this one not here. 375. What? X? What happens? What's 15 divided by 3?
5.
And that means 5 quarters?
125.
15 times 10? Okay. Think you can handle this? 15 times 6? 90. That's good, class. Minus, how many times will 5 go into 15?
3.
3 times 18? That's not right. 3 times 16 is 48. I do that all the time. You don't have to watch me. And I don't need anybody to say, yeah, man, you got that wrong. Shut up. I got it before you did. All right. 3 times 18 is going to be 44. Y'all need to help me out, or 64. 54. Y'all check me. I have problems with 8s and 6s. I messed them up. All right. Okay, you owe somebody $125. You got $150. you have $25. It's a miracle. Let's see if this works. It won't. Probably not, but. I give up. Okay, so 375x. Let me do this. $375x. I think we said plus 25 is equal to 90x minus 54. Which one's my smallest bucket? So it goes across the river, and 375 minus 90. Well, hold on a minute before you reach for the calculator. Think of $3.75 minus $1. That'd be $2.75 plus 10 cents is what? $2.85. So it should be $2.85. So 285x. And they got the plus 25, so I'm going to take the 25 across the river.